Hi everybody, it's Farrell with Crowd Surfing. We've driven all the way to the Southtown Expo Center for the AUTORAMA, a really cool event. I'm really excited we was able to come down and do this. I used to go to the AUTORAMA all the time. I haven't had time in recent years, I don't know why. But you got cool stuff like this. Look at this thing. It's crazy. So let's walk around, talk to some people, and find out what's going on. Okay, can I get your name?
Sydney Weaver.
And Sydney, what is it you're doing down here today?
So welcome to the 45th annual Salt Lake AUTORAMA. We've been doing this show obviously for 45 years. We gather some of the finest machinery from across the United States and bring it to Salt Lake and show it off in high fashion.
Can I get your name?
My name is Gary Simpson. I'm from Sandy, Utah.
Oh, so you local guy then?
I'm a local guy.
So which one of these cars is yours?
Mine's this 1968, all original, 427 4-speed car.
By all original, I'm assuming original paint, original everything. Or have you painted it? What have you done with it?
This is classified as a survivor, meaning it's unmolested, original paint, original engine, original drivetrain. If you look at the seats, original covers and carpet. And it's a driver.
Oh, and you do drive it too, so it's not just...
It.
All right, can I get your name?
Jeremy.
And?
Dennis.
Can you tell me a little about these cars right here?
Yeah, this one is a 1929 Mercedes Gazella. Like you can see, it's original. It used to be like only for camping. Drive is like 35 miles per hour.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Does it do faster than 35 now?
Yes.
You know, the AUTORAMA is so much fun. Me and my son used to come all the time, but now he's old, so Dad's not cool to go hang out with anymore, you know, so he'll come with his friends. But 45 years, what is some of the highlights of this show this year?
So we have some of the finest machinery that you can find anywhere across the United States, of course. Now, some of our biggest features are our lowrider division that we've got here. We have a handful of clubs that are celebrating some pretty big anniversaries. One of our clubs is 20 years, and they're having their big to-do here at the show. And
Have you owned this car since it was new? Did you come across it? How do you acquire something like this?
I found this car, I bought this car from a neighbor in California 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
And then when I came out here, I shipped it out here.
So you didn't drive it, you shipped it.
No, I didn't drive it.
You don't drive it that much,
Yeah, I'd have to have an air tanker behind me with fuel if I were to drive this 427 from California here.
Yeah, I imagine this is built, fuel economy wasn't, well, it wasn't even built for fuel economy, just built to be fast.
It was built to be fast.
And what about this one here?
This one is, we can go this way.
We're gonna go this way.
This one is the Mini Cooper. You can see it's original, so it's really, really slow.
Is it slow?
Yeah, very slow. It's just for show.
Just tooling around a little bit?
Yes.
So how did you acquire these two cars?
Well, this one is 1964, 1929. So when we bought it for to a store. You know, we have to do a lot of work. So.
Then we've got, of course, our nostalgic rods that are over in this other corner. And then, of course, we've got all of our traveling big show cars that are here, as well as our one-shot pinstripe world when we brought in artists from literally across the world.
So where is he from? Is he across the world? She just said that. I'm so dumb. So this is a big national event, though, right? It's like a touring event. You guys go all over the nation.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of these cars that you'll see at the front of the show, they're actually competing for their year-end awards. So they'll haul all over the country, and in a judging kind of a style. And so as they go across the country and from show to show to show, they're accumulating points as they go, and they're becoming the top cars known nationally in those categories.
Does it go fast?
It goes very fast.
How fast? How fast does it go? I mean, estimated. You never drive it fast, of course.
Cars back then, fast was 120.
Yeah.
Where today, fast is 220. So the new Corvettes go 220. This is probably 120 plus.
That's That's plenty though. But you know what? A car like this, you look way cooler in this car than you do a brand new Corvette.
Yeah, well, new ones look good too.
And that is the guy. Jeremy.
That's the man.
That's the man.
So, Jeremy, what is it that you're doing down here today?
So we actually we're sponsoring in the vehicles just on behalf of the Utah Public Auto Auction, just to let people know about the auction, because normally they're close to dealers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's between dealers and banks. So every other Saturday, and we just had one last Saturday, we actually open it up to the public, and so it starts at $500. They'll go up to $8,000, but that's really what the banks want to get out of it. So you can actually get a really good deal, though. I mean, there's so many nice cars, Mercedes, like we have here. Newer, not that old.
So pretty much what you're looking at the front of this show is over $20 million worth of vehicles, just in the 16 cars that are up here. So.
Oh, just the 16, not the entire show.
Oh no, just this front area right here.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, when we talk show cars, they're just as pretty underneath as they are on top.
God, I'd be kind of scared to drive one. Don't you think?
No, that's some are built to drive, but some are truly built to show. So it's kind of a difference of different levels of competition. So we definitely have both ends of the spectrum here at the show.
Very good. All righty, well, thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate your time.
It's great to have you guys out. Thanks for
Thank you
joining
having
us.
You bet. You just can't go buy this. You know what I mean? You can go buy a new one if you have enough money.
Yeah.
But something you can't buy anything like this at all.
Well, back in the day, I was raised in South Carolina in the 60s. Back in the day, this was normal to see these on the street. Today, anything in the 60s, it doesn't have to be a 427 Vet. It can be any 1968 car, and they're worth money. I mean, it's all the nostalgia that it brings, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And this is something about the old cars that are just so much cooler than the new cars. There's just something about them.
Well, if they allowed me to start this up and you heard it run, there's something about them.
I'd understand. Well, hey, thank you very much. Beautiful call. I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you very much.
You might want one of these, though.
Oh, you definitely want one of these. But they have everything there that they'll put through the auction. It's 400 vehicles on the lot, and you can kind of go down early, check them out, just see which ones you want, and then give them a list, and they'll run those. Because if we ran 400 cars, we'd be there all day long.
You don't want to run a car that no one's even going to bid on, huh?
Exactly. And the other nice part, you can bring your mechanics down. So come down during the week, look at them with a mechanic. You can check them over. All the cars will drive through. It's not a push and pull auction at all.
Oh, really?
We'll just drive them on through.
All right, can I get your name?
Ryan Wendell.
And Ryan, what is it you're doing down here today?
Just promoting my business, Phoenix Customs.
Is that in? I'm going to ask the dumbest question ever in the world, like an idiot. Is it in Phoenix or is it in Utah?
It's in Mapleton, Utah.
There we go. I was like, golly. So how long have you been in business, and what is it that you do?
We've been in business for 2 years, and we do complete restorations on down to just panel replacements, fabrications, rust repair. We can do wiring, we can do electrical, mechanical, pretty much anything that there is to do with restoring a car. We can do as little or as much as somebody needs done.
All right, can I get your name?
Brian Samuels.
And Brian, what is it you're doing down here today?
Just showing off all of our hot rods and cool cars.
And this car here, for example, tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, this is a 1925 Ford Model T that they can now call a T-Bucket, where they've got the small little body and a teeny little pickup bed, and they started building these in the early 50s, and it really caught on big time in the 60s. This car was actually built in 67 from an article in Carcraft magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the kid was 23 years old when he started it, and he finished it about age 28, and he held on to it for 50 years and stored it for about the last 25, and it turned pretty crusty. So when I got it, there was a lot to do. Tore the whole car apart and redid everything.
So if someone's interested in that, is there a website, a Facebook page? What do you got?
So on Facebook, you just look for the Utah Public Auto Auction. And that is actually the website as well. So it's just www.utahpublicautoauction.com. And if you want to call during the week, it's 801-956-2886. And you can just ask any of those questions, what kind of vehicles we have in stock, what you're looking for, because we do a really good job of pairing you with a vehicle that you're actually looking for. We're not going to put you in one you don't want.
You're not a car salesman, just pushing whatever you can get out the door.
People, they'll even ask us, ones that'll go faster, like work trucks, because we'll have people just looking for work trucks. And so we'll say, hey, we got one. Do you want it? Or BMWs, we get a lot of those X5s, the SUV type. Gone, same day. We had one come in, I took pictures of it, put it on Facebook, gone, same day.
So you got to be on top of it. If you want a car, make sure you're on top of it.
Because it's a screaming deal. You get a really good deal down there.
Right on. All right, well, hey, guys, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Now you believe me when I say he's the guy?
Oh, but so are you. You're the man.
man.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I was going to say, he's the man. You're the guy.
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it. A lot of work, though. Man, it take a couple days to get to that point.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Le Mans over there, we've been working on it since August.
Oh, really? And what about this one? Have you guys done anything with this one, or did you get this one in this shape, or?
So this one was built by my employees back in 2006, 2007. If I understood correctly, it took about 18 months, but it's pretty much as it came off the showroom floor.
It's cool. I was just talking to somebody else, and there's just something about these old cars. They're so cool. I don't know what it is, but they're awesome.
Well, yeah, they got character, they got class. Every new car looks the same, and they're all plastic.
That's a good point.
The old cars, they're metal. You can do stuff with them. You can make them your own. But
And you can tell from 100 yards away just by looking at the taillights what kind of car it is.
exactly.
Now you're like, I'm not sure what that is.
Yep.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
You bet. Enjoy the show.
Thanks.
But it's the original paint, it's the original interior, original engine, transmission, rear end.
It's like a great big engine and 4 tires.
Pretty much, yeah. And what's kind of fun on this car is there's 3 big names in the Hot Rod Hall of Fame that are associated with it.
Oh, really? So it's
yeah.
kind of famous then?
Well, like none of the guys were famous when they worked on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Stan Betts is the guy that created the candy paint for it. Dennis Ricklefs, who stripes for Chip Foose, is the one that did the orange pinstriping. And then Boyd Coddington actually traded the front end build on it for the new floor in his first shop in California. So,
It's a little bit of history with it then.
yeah, it's kind of fun that way.
Very cool. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Ready? Can I get your name?
Canoe Grani. I'm from South Pasadena, California.
Can you tell me a little about this car? This is yours, correct?
Yes.
So you can tell me a lot about it, I'm sure.
How much time you got?
Yeah, right.
We did a back half, which means that the back half is brand new of the frame. It's not a whole new frame. It's got a 700 horsepower 392 Chrysler. Back here in the back, the body actually on each side of the license plate, the body actually comes out into it looks like a pimple, I guess, for being obnoxious, but that's and then there's a light cover on that. So I took those off and put the lights in the fins.
All right, can I get your name?
Brody,
And Brody, these are your bikes, correct?
right?
Where did you acquire these things at? Because, you know, I grew up in the 80s when BMX was like, the only thing you really had to do was ride your bike everywhere. And I
Right.
see these bikes and I'm like, oh man.
Well, it's funny because I got this one like 5 blocks from my house at the pawn shop, and the frame was broke. So I went back the next day and I talked to the owner of the pawn shop and told him what was up, and he was going to give me some money back. And I'm like, well, I really want to fix the bike. He's all, well, find a welder and I'll pay the bill. So I got the frame repaired and spent 35 hours wet sanding and polishing that aluminum frame. That came out in '76, and people lost their minds because all the '70s BMX bikes were 50 pounds.
And that's
the aluminum frame. That was like the first production aluminum BMX race frame.
All right, can I get your name?
Michael.
And what kind of vehicle do you have here today?
None. This will make your car faster, though.
Rain gutters?
Yeah. Leaf filters, actually.
Okay, what is it that they do?
Surgical grade stainless steel. Goes over your rain gutters. Keeps all the schmuck and dirt and everything out of your rain gutters.
Oh, that's a good idea because my rain gutters have leaves and like, I don't know if it's rock from the shingles or what it is, but it's
It is,
caked in there.
Turns into concrete. It literally hardens up and becomes a pain.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you can't use your rain gutters.
No. They flood and it comes into your soffits and everywhere else.
Huh.
On the side, I didn't want it to look like a gasser. I wanted it to look like a hot rod. So we came up with the idea of these fender skirts. And the problem was we couldn't break it anywhere to make it look like. In other words, this would stick out. So what we did is we moved the wheels forward 10 inches. And that way we could break it right at the door.
So a whole lot of engineering on this thing.
It took 2 years and a whole lot of checks.
Yeah, I bet. And a whole lot of elbow grease.
And then in the front,
This one came from the thrift store. My buddy Willie found that.
Oh man, how come I can't find these things?
I don't know. And then this was my friend Jordan's. I was at the auto parts store and he came up and picked me up off my legs and scared me to death. And he said, "Do you know anybody who wants a Kuwahara?" I'm like, yeah, me. So I got that one. And then this one I traded for a set of 69 Chevrolet rally wheels.
Oh, wow.
From my buddy. So,
and then it's a mongoose, right?
This one was found by the guy with the suicidal hat.
Really?
And he just flipped it over to me, and I picked that up, and I just got the frame and some odds and ends with it. Got home, found all the right parts to build it. Found the bars in the garbage 5 houses away from my house, as well as the cranks. I was depressed one day riding my bike and found $200 worth of parts for free.
So I'm still curious how to make your car go faster.
Gives you the time to work on your car so you can make it go faster.
Is that what it is?
That's
It
the
frees
twist on that one.
You're not cleaning out your rain gutters, you're working on your car.
Working on your car.
Very good. So if somebody wants to find out about these, who do they talk to?
Me. You. Just leaf filter right here.
So, website, Facebook?
Leaffilter.com or our phone number, 1-800-290-6106.
So get a hold of this guy, get your rain gutters covered up so you can work on your car.
Have fun with it.
Or unless you're me and you have to work on your car, you can't go anywhere.
It's kind of that thing that needs to be done.
All righty, man. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Nice hat, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I don't know what it says on it, but thanks.
Up in the front, we pancake the hood, which means they take it from the corners and they take a big section out of it. This hood is about, I guess it's about 2 inches thinner than a stock one.
Oh, really?
So it sits down lower, looks better. And they come stock with a big round emblem in the front, which I don't like. So if you look at the front, you can see, and the dash has been extended about 3 inches. I didn't want anything in the engine bay at all. So if you see over there on the left-hand side, right behind the steering wheel, there's a cover there, and that's where I have the 2 reservoirs for the power steering, one for the brake. Gosh, 2 for the brake and 1 for the clutch.
You got a torquer here?
Yeah, I built this and sold this to my friend Chris. It's a 98. And then this one I got from a friend that had the same orange swing bike, and he wanted to trade, so I'm like, done.
So it's got the CW bars. What kind of bike is it? Is it a CW?
It's an 84 CW TFM.
Well, I need to hang out with you. You find all the cool stuff.
Yeah, come by. You live in Utah?
I live in Ogden, actually.
Yeah,
so.
well, you can cruise down. I'm in Midvale, about 2 miles from here. So
cool stuff, man. I just saw these, and I told Bill, I was like, hey, come talk to this guy about these bikes. Reminds me of being a kid.
Right?
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Take care.
You
We'll
too.
see you.
Well, it'd be better if you take me and Farrell out of it and just let Janae talk about it, right?
Probably. You probably do a better job, actually. But,
I'm just thinking about our ugly mug.
We have, speak for yourself, Mike. I'm handsome.
Mike's a lot to come over and talk about the car. He sells it better than us.
Yeah, well, it's my friend Mike. Wow. Look at his face. He's silly. And Janae. And usually I see Mike at the train station. What's going on? I wouldn't expect you to be at an event like this.
Well, I'm so rich, I could come buy all these cars, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, well.
No, we're here promoting the Ornata Motors car.
So, do you show this? Do you race it? Do you drive it? What do you do with it?
I drive it all the time.
Do you
It's
really?
not a daily driver, but I drive it probably 3 days a week.
Take it around the neighborhood and show it off?
Yeah, I go to the market and I park it like in the next city over so I can walk to the market and not have anybody. I don't follow trucks. I drive it to all the car shows except out of Southern California. I've got a trailer. So I'm at TQ.
So I would imagine it's pretty quick off the line, huh?
You know what? It's amazing how this thing hooks. I was surprised. I thought I'd fry these things. I've never really put my foot to the floor, but I've given it about 3/4 throttle, and it hooks right up.
I bet that's fun.
I think I accidentally kind of took the wheels off in second gear the other day, but I'm not sure.
Well, I seen the wheelie bar back there, you know. All right, can I get your name?
My name is Phil Wortman.
And Phil, is this here your car?
Yes, it is.
Can you tell me a little bit? You probably tell me a lot about it, but could you hit some of the high points for me?
Well, it is a kit car. Okay, number one. 2, I've had it 19 years for the value that is. The car has an all-aluminum FE engine in it. It's 510 cubic inches, 723 horsepower, and 660 foot-pounds of torque. By brag rights, I do build my own engines. That's a true number off the dyno that it does. The car is capable of very low 11s at 137 miles an hour in the quarter. and it's been driven that way prior to finishing out like you see it now. All custom suspension in the back end that we built, all custom suspension in the front, 5-speed.
So who knows more about this car, you or Janae?
Probably Janae.
What can you tell me about it?
Interview on it, so.
Oh, so she already practiced up then?
Yeah, she's
What can you tell me about this car, Janae?
So I got to sit in one once, and it was so fun.
I bet. Did you get to drive one?
No, but I heard that if you drive one, everywhere you go, everyone's staring at you, and that makes it so much fun.
I bet. Everybody thinks you're like a movie star or something.
Right, when we pulled one in here, all these people are here with their cars, and they know about cars. Everybody stopped and watched us drive up.
Really?
It was
So you're like a celebrity if you win this car, right?
You're a celebrity just being by this car.
Well, all the frames, all the drip rails, and all the body seams, I welded them, and then like right up here at the top, the drip rail came all the way down there. Then in the back, I welded them and had them soldered, or not soldered, leaded. So I just don't really want to. I got way too much money in this paint job
to tear it up.
Yeah. But it's a fun car. I really have a lot of fun with it.
I bet it gets a lot of looks too, huh?
You know what? I only drive with one hand because I'm usually doing this to people as they go by me.
I bet. Alrighty, very cool. Thank you so much for telling me.
You bet.
I appreciate it.
Take care.
Have you driven it that fast? Is that how you know? Or
Yes. I've had the car so long, even though it's finished like it is now. In a previous life, it was much less in finish, if you will. Blue with white stripes in the frame. But the powertrain and the design and engineering on the car was identical as you see it now, and I did drive it. And it's been tracked as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I bet this is so much fun when you stomp on it.
It's an experience.
So if you want to get tickets or you want to find more information about it, where would you go?
You can go to our website, unionstationfoundation.org.
Very good. Alrighty, guys. So you're giving it away May 9th. So you got, what, 2 months? As of the airing of this show, 2 months.
Well, yeah, and anybody who wants to purchase a ticket can go to usfogden.givesmart.com as well.
And you got tickets there?
And you can purchase the tickets there, yeah.
So actually it's unionstationogden.org.
Oh, Union Station. See, I would have gotten it wrong too.
We got a new website. Go to the new one.
Oh, all right, cool, guys.
Yeah, go to the new one, Farrell.
Yeah, don't be like me and go to the wrong one. Go to the right one. You have a better chance of getting tickets if you go to the right website than the wrong one, right?
Yep,
yeah.
You got it.
I'm so smart, huh?
Yeah, you are.
And handsome.
Yeah, huh?
Thank you. Appreciate it. All righty, guys. Well, thanks so much for talking with me. I appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks, Farrell.
Can I get your name?
I'm John with Raw Tin Garage.
With the Raw Tin Garage? As in raw tin, not rotten.
Johnny Raw Tin.
So can you tell me a little bit about what it is you're doing down here?
So we're at Salt Lake AUTORAMA. We got a couple bikes here. This is our newest build. It's a theme bike. It's our mermaid pirate theme. So we did a porthole off a 100-year-old ship.
What is that? That's just crazy.
Our little pet shark, he's stuck in there. Pirate ship throughout the back. Just something fun, just something to make people smile, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, that porthole thing is really cool. For a minute, I thought it was like the intake or something, but I'm like,
yeah, it's the air intake. It's
is it really?
Totally functional.
I'm so dumb.
And there it is. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they talk about these cars breaking the tires loose in all kinds of gears. The reality of it is, yes, you know, within reason they could do that, but this car in fourth gear, if I hammer it and the throttle's up, it will start to come sideways on me in fourth gear at 100. And that's
got to be a little spooky.
It's an experience. You better pay attention.
You've had a lot of experiences with this car.
Yeah, yeah, it'll scare you. And they're so short wheelbase. When they come sideways, it happens very, very quickly. Okay, it's a lot of fun to drive.
I bet it is.
Yeah, it is.
Alrighty, cool. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming by and taking a look. You guys have a good show. Okay.
Thank you. All right, can I get you guys' names?
Wyatt. Braxton.
And what is your favorite car that you've seen here today?
The Dodge.
Which one in particular? The Dodge. Are you being brainwashed by your parents to like the Dodge?
No.
Which one was it? Do you remember? No? How about you? What was your favorite?
All of them so far.
All of them? There's some really cool cars, huh? You know what my favorite is? The bicycles. Because when you get old, you remember when you was a kid riding your bicycles around. So I see those bikes and I'm like, hey, that's the same thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah? You're not too impressed by the bikes, are you?
No.
Up on top, we got coins here. These range from the 1800s up to the 1600s to the 1800s. Either way.
Either way, I got
It's
what
got
you
the
meant.
king stamp on it. So
That's really cool.
right here's the treasure, the map to the treasure. So.
Oh yeah, right there. Be kind of hard to see when you're driving, but I guess
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well, you know.
So what else?
GPS right there.
So yeah, right. So one like this.
So this is a new build for us as well. This is one of our big wheel stretch baggers. All Bad Dad components throughout it, but it's a sweet little ride. All air ride, so you can drop it right on the ground. It's just this is what's in. This is the style. This is what everybody's kind of jonesing for right now. So.
Very cool.
And back in the corner, we got Harriman City Police Department. They just did their new bikes. Kind of did them all blacked out, flat black. So kind of a fun look. A little bit of everything here at the
really
show.
cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Alrighty, well, hey, thank you so much for trucking me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yep, have a good day. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Hey, if you get a chance, come to the Autorama. It's super cool. There's so many different cars. Matter of fact, we found a car here. It looks like Bill's original car. I thought it was this nice. Probably had a fender hanging off and a broken windshield, but this is like the first car Bill ever had. He must have taken a lot of video of it, so I'm sure it's somewhere. You got any video of it, Bill? Of course not. So.